In my opinion, the United States government is taking the stance that, well, if you represent a dollar from the United States, you are subject to regulation by the United States. Currently, that is not the situation. In addition, I believe that there might be some changes in the way that market share is distributed. If we are able to find ways to manage these assets in a more efficient manner by just 10%, or if we are able to get just 10% more. You should realize that when you use a website, you do not need to give any consideration to the hardware, software, or connection methods that the website administrators are employing. Everything is functioning perfectly. We are going to have to devise technologies that will make it possible for the entire system to function just for the benefit of individuals. Ripple has come a long way since its inception around 10 or 11 years ago. It was a corporation that specialized in international payments up to the present day, and it has since expanded its scope to include tokenization, payments, custody, and in the not-too-distant future, it will eventually become a stablecoin. In addition, I believe that. What are options? It is possible for these multi-purpose tokens to have regulatory compliance information attached to the token, but they can also have attributes that fall somewhere in the middle between non-fundable tokens and fund-based tokens, which permits you to. The announcement of a cooperation between Zonix and Ripple is something that I am confident the majority of our listeners have definitely at least heard about. It has been brought to my attention that you are planning to tap into the powerful and scalable architecture of the XRP ledger and include it into your tokenization platform as a service. That the fundamental method by which we are formulating policy in this area is via the use of enforcement. In addition, that is not the most efficient method out there. While it is not effective for the industry as a whole, it is also not effective for us as regulators who have limited resources at our disposal. You're out there chatting with people. That is the message, right? Which sounds are you hearing? It has been brought to my attention that they are eager for change and that they are sick and weary of a dysfunctional system. They are becoming weary of people, aware of what you possess. Have a good time, brother. Greetings and welcome to some additional news at Moon O'Clock. I would want to thank Latest Up. We are grateful that you found the time to swing by, tune in, and crush them likeys. The entire value of the cryptocurrency market at the moment is 2.67 trillion, representing an increase of approximately 0.7%. We were able to place XRP at the 8th slot in the past 24 hours, right around 51.52 cents. Just about 10 cents is the price of Stellar XLM. We earned 67,682 bitcoins. It is around $3,738.00 for ETH. Flare Networks was acquired by US at around 0.02%, $0.02 from Axelar, 0.2 from Axelar, $0.037 7 XDC, Songbird 0088 is the number. The 0073 Stronghold. The price of Zahal was approximately 11 cents, 19.50 cents for Evernote. We were able to get Stu Alderati to change things around. When it comes to politics, I am not a political mastermind, but it seems like a losing play to alienate the 20% of voting Americans who hold cryptocurrency 5 months before the election. According to Big Brad Garlinghouse, the Biden administration is truly serious about a transition and is finally waking up to the crypto electorate. The single most critical thing that they can do is demand that Gary Gensler leave from his position as Secretary of State. In addition to that, he claims that I normally meant what I said to Kenzie. It is a wonderful moment to be alive when she asks me how I feel about the recent events that have occurred in the cryptocurrency industry. With her contributions to Fair Shake, the effort continues to elect leaders that are pro-cryptocurrency, pro-innovation, and pro-consumer protection. This includes a revitalized national focus as well as institutional involvement. The investor in digital assets has been acquired. It is about the 3rd or 4th time that Brad Garland has gone to great lengths to inform the market like this. It is not impossible to touch Tether. Tether is set to suffer a decline in market share. He is communicating this information to the market for a specific reason. Take a seat. That means you are going to start a business dealing with stable currency. This place is quite crowded. The total market capitalization of all players, including Tether, USTC, and others, is $200 billion. Why at this time? In any case, if you take a look at the direction in which the market is heading, you will notice that it is currently somewhere between $150 and $200 billion. However, I believe that the estimates indicate that it will be somewhere in the middle of that range. There are between 2 and 3 trillion. From where it is now, that represents a growth of 10 to 20 times. To put that into perspective, they are markets that are extremely exciting to be a part of and are expanding at a rapid rate. The second reason is that I believe there will be some shifts in market share today. Tether is by far the dominant cryptocurrency, and if the United States government were to express concerns about it, we could debate for better or for worse. The United States government is kind of expressly expressing concerns about Tether and how it operates outside of the United States representing American dollars. In my opinion, the United States government is taking the stance that, well, if you represent a dollar from the United States, you are subject to regulation by the United States. Currently, that is not the situation. In addition, I believe that there might be some changes in the way that market share is distributed. To be honest, I believe that Tether will continue to expand in the long run. It is my belief that USDC will continue to expand. I believe that there is a significant amount of opportunity for a Ripple back to stablecoin as that market continues to expand. One was sent to us by Ripple. Ripple xrp proves that he is able to clearly articulate the ways in which tokenization is revolutionizing the financial sector in less than 1 minute. Tokenization is a game changer for the financial industry because, in essence, it is the gateway that enables us to bring traditional financial markets, which are still fundamentally stuck in the pre-internet era and are rife with bureaucratic hurdles, onto blockchain networks, which are global out of the gate and significantly more efficient. To put that into perspective, the total value of all the financial assets that are now in existence across the globe is greater than $1 quadrillion. Additionally, 20% of the world's population does not even have access to them, and it takes days for them to settle and weeks for them to be issued. Now, just try to picture what this would mean for the economy of the entire world in terms of production, as well as for the prosperity of everyone. If we are able to develop ways to operate these assets in a somewhat more efficient manner by only 10%, or if we are able to get 10% of these individuals who are not now participating in the global economy into the global economy. Not only that, but this is precisely what motivates US each and every day. Not only do we have one from VET, but there is no interoperability and there never will be. Mass adoption. I also believe that blockchains are going to experience the same scenario in the future. There are going to be blockchains, and some of them, like Bitcoin, are going to be transactions that are essentially just the transfer of an asset. And there are some, like Ethereum, that allow you to introduce any use case you want, but it is not particularly ideal for payments or for things like large-scale data storage. However, there are some that are similar to Ethereum. If we have all of these specialized solutions that don't work together and people are going to continuously have to think about, when you use a website, you don't have to think about what hardware they're using, what software they're using, or how they connect. But then it might not be ideal for artificial intelligence. However, if we have all of these solutions that don't function together, then that might be a good thing. Everything is functioning perfectly. We are going to have to devise some kind of technological solution that make it possible for the entire system to function automatically for individuals so that they do not have to worry about whether or not they have their funds on this blockchain or whether or not the token they want to purchase is located on another blockchain. However, despite the fact that I see a lot of individuals we don't really know how to accomplish that so well. On the other hand, there are a lot of individuals who believe that when you're pushing a technology, it's tempting to say that it answers every problem flawlessly. Interoperability, on the other hand, is something that we are all aware of being something that we are going to be working on for a considerable amount of time, and it is only going to steadily improve over time. The portability of tokens, on the other hand, feels like the very first step in that direction. And there are a lot of businesses that I've talked to who have really strong solutions to it, and I believe that this is the baby step that we absolutely need to have. Thank you for your time. If, on the other hand, individuals are required to consider the blockchains and technology that they employ, then we will never be in a state of chaos. What, however, is specific? The internet